Yep. Today I'm going to focus on why it's important, or why you would want to look at using an industrial PoE Ethernet switch. So as I move forward in this presentation, I'm just going to quickly talk about Comtrol and just give a little bit of an introduction to the company. We've been around for 30 years. Comtrol introduced the first multi-port serial card and have been first to market with many other products. Right now we're focusing on intelligent, ruggedized Ethernet, fiber, and serial products, and we're headquartered in Minneapolis. Industrial switch different than a commercial switch, and that's really the crux of what we're after and what we're talking about here. There's many different things here: alarm relays, the types of screw terminals versus mounting options as well, certifications, and then power support and standard warranty. So real quickly, industrial switch is just a fancy way of saying it's a step up from a commercial type switch that's in a plastic housing that needs to be in a climate controlled environment. These switches that we're going to talk about a little beefier per se. So key features for the Rocket Links product: power over Ethernet, voltage boost. We've got voltage boost technology that I'll talk a little bit about in a few slides, and then many different models: full gigabit, partial gigabit, SFP and RJ45 combinations, and then some industry-specific certifications as well as some industrial Ethernet support. So this slide here that's showing the standard industrial Ethernet switch, our Rocket Links product line, both managed and unmanaged, and you can see through the list. I won't go through them all. But 5-port, 8-port, there's some 10-port switches in there. And then anytime you see the -XT, that XT means extended temperature. And what that is doing is just it's taking the standard switch and they've hardened the components or used different components to enable that switch to run in a very cold environment, and then on the opposite side in a very hot environment. The slide here, power over Ethernet switches. This is similar to the last slide. Again, I won't go through it. The important thing to note here on this particular slide is just that all of these switches providing power as well as the data connectivity that's needed. So there's no need for PoE injector on any of the Ethernet lines. So this is voltage boost technology. This is something that's unique to our switches. Essentially what this does is it's eliminating the need for an extra power supply. The power conversion is done right inside the switch. So it takes the standard 12 to 24 VDC power input and upgrades it to 48 VDC. So this is important and can be utilized in many different areas. You can see the list of those there. We'll talk in a few slides and give some demonstration slides or some solutions essentially on how that's used. We've got two different options for VB. You can see there that the list price is labeled. Obviously, your price through Ingram is much lower than list. But you can see -25 to 60 and -25 to 70 Celsius. They're both AF compliant and they're unmanaged switches. We also have a Rocket Links ES 706 XT. Again, I'm not going to go through all of the specifics and bore everybody to death. But the important here is just to note that these are voltage boost enabled. Skip this slide. So this is just an access control, physical security layout. You can see the Rocket Links ACS 76 is up at the top, and that's connecting to the door strikes, the card reader, a PT camera, and it's powering. It's all of those devices are being powered through that switch off of a 12-volt power supply. It's up converting that power and providing 30 watts and on the PTZ camera, and then all the other wattage that's needed for the other devices. another description of a UL 294 fire system integration. So UL 294 is a rating that that UL came out with, and essentially what that's showing is that it's fireproof rated, and it's in conjunction with some of the other UL certifications for enabling the doors to open and connects with fire panels. So we'll hear on this particular slide of in-vehicle mobile security. So we're talking about that voltage boost. This is actually taking a picture of a bus. So it's taking the 12-volt power that's built into a normal bus, and it's powering the IP cameras that are mounted in the bus, as well as the Wi-Fi router and the NVR, and that's sending up information and obviously the physical data upstream. So getting out that there's no additional need for a vehicle power up convert. Similar scenario here where a license plate recognition switch is actually taking the 12-volt power that's built into, in this case, a police vehicle, converting that power to run the camera, 48 volt. Again, no extra power supply, and there's no need for conversion of power between the source and the switch itself. Partnered with Access. We're part of their TPP program, or their Technology Partner Program. Our switches work really well with Access to the point where they've certified the switches to run. With some other neat features like a ping reset, which actually enables you to remotely reboot a camera if something goes down. So no more climbing up onto a ladder to do that. It's all done through our managed PoE switches. Again, alarm relays for failure, so that those relays are alarm. When it alarms, it relays out, and you can send in a notification. They're for harsh environments, and they're compatible with all of Access's AF and AT PoE camera models. 3 questions. These are some questions that we recommend asking when you've got customers that are looking for a particular switch. You know, is PoE or over Ethernet required? What's the application? Is it for camera security? Is it for industrial hazardous? Is an extreme temperature needed? And then with the voltage boost, is there a requirement for the power that requires more than 12 or to 24 volt VDC? What distance of the data transfer, and then obviously how many ports of connectivity are required. A couple of side notes. We offer free evaluation units for resellers and end users, so that's something that can be worked through Ingram, or if you contact Comtrol's sales team directly, we're more than happy to send out an eval unit, and of course working with the Ingram technical support. We offer free support. Some of our competitors don't offer the free support, and we like to describe that we still have a receptionist at our front desk that manages the incoming tech support queue and makes sure that those calls are transferred, and all of our support is done during business hours in the central time zone, and we have all of our support reps are actually in our Minneapolis office here. And then another thing that is important to point out, drop ships are available. We usually can ship them the same day the order's received, if it's prior to 2:30 or 3 o'clock Central Time. So I thank you. This is my contact information, as well as Matt Norton, who is our physical security champ within the Ingram area, and obviously Shadi is the marketing manager who can also connect you. With that, do we have any questions?